what's up guys? It's Aaron, or LM9, and today I have a kind of weird figure for you all, which is Wat Tambor from Star Wars Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and Clone Wars, you name it. But yeah, I know this guy is something you guys definitely did not expect to see, and it was also something I never intended on making, since I didn't really, ever have any interest in making a Wat Tambor or any other figures to go with him. But there's a guy on Instagram named AstarBricks who was selling some 3D printed or resin printed bodies that he designed and was selling, and I just could not pass up on it. It was just too good looking. So this Wat Tambor is definitely a unique looking figure. So enough of this Techno-Union blabber, and let's take a closer look.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
So as I said earlier, this guy was designed and then mass-produced by either 3D print or resin print. I'm not exactly sure what the method was, but he was made and mass-produced by a guy named AstarBricks. So you guys can check him out on Instagram, and then his eBay page as well has a lot of other LEGO Star Wars stuff on there if you guys are interested. One of the things I really love about his work is just how it matches in with the kind of like the simple aesthetic that LEGO Star Wars figures have, and just LEGO figures in general. It's not too overly detailed, and it matches in with all the other figures, so that's why I try to give it kind of a relatively simple paint job. I try to capture Wat Tambor's most important details on his suit without going overboard, because I wanted to keep that classic LEGO Star Wars, or just the LEGO aesthetic in general, because I know some of my stuff can get overly detailed at points, and I know some people do not like that, which is perfectly fine, but I wanted to try to keep up that kind of simple look with this Wat Tambor figure. So when I got this from AstarBricks, he just sent me the main core body section, so no arms, and it was primed up with a an airbrushed all-clad 2 pale gold paint. And so that's why the metallic gold finish on the suit itself is just super shiny, super smooth, and that's because he used an airbrush on that. It really makes me want to get an airbrush to replicate stuff like this, because this just looks so nice. Over top that, I painted on some details using a kind of darker gold color, such as the vents or whatever at the bottom, and then the vents going up the middle of the suit there, and just some other little details towards the ab section and then the mouth area. Painted on the little rivets on his little tubes here as well. And then I used gunmetal for some little details in his little adjuster knobs, and then also his mouthpiece up there. And then I also painted up the eyes, which I think turned out really, really nice. They kind of match the same style that my Baby Yoda has. And then I painted the green for his head. And then one of the other things I had to do was make the arms, since AstarBricks did not include those. So what I did is I sculpted on the shoulder pads and painted them up using this paint. Now this paint, like I said, is meant for an airbrush. I do not have an airbrush, so I had to paint this in, I think, like 3 or 4 coats to get a solid finish, because this stuff is super thin. You can just see how watery it is. So I had to paint that on there, so it is possible to use that using a brush, but you just got to use a lot of really thin coats to capture that. And then I painted on the blue with all of the darker blue stitchings, and then I used some electrical tape for his gloves. Yeah, I really love this Wat Tambor. One of the other cool things about this is that he does have a 2x2 stud arrangement on the bottom, so he can peg into studs very easily without, taking up too much space. So I absolutely love how this guy turned out. It's such a unique looking figure for my collection. One I definitely did not intend on making at all, and AstarBricks came through with this, this great sculpt for this guy. So yeah, that is it for Wat Tambor. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. I know this was kind of out of left field, and nobody was really expecting a custom LEGO Wat Tambor from me anytime soon, but I thought it'd be something fun to do right now, since I'm not quite done with my Clone Wars project just yet, or at least the next part of it. I have been posting some teasers over the past few days, so here's a look at those if you guys missed those. But I am done with Savage Opress and Maul, and I'm almost done with Pre-Vizsla and Bo-Katan. I just need to get the Master Sculpts back in from my caster, so I can paint those up and finish those guys up. And then I'm not quite sure if I still want to do Gar Saxon in this part. I know I've been saying I'm going to be doing him, but I don't know if I want to move him to part 3 to be with Ahsoka and Jesse and Vaughn and a 332nd Trooper, so that would be more of like a Siege of Mandalore type, whereas this part would be more of like a takeover of Mandalore. And in Gar Saxon's place, in part 2, I would rather do Darth Sidious. So let me know which figure you guys would like to see me make. I haven't started on either yet, so it's really no big deal, and I'm going to be making both at some point. So if you guys want to see Gar Saxon in this next part, let me know. If you guys want to see Darth Sidious in this next part, let me know. So anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.